All of you have failed. All of you have failed. Because the unfortunate part is, come 2021, Lungu will win because people have seen what he has done. For some of you that have failed to perform in your constituencies and think you will use the name of Lungu to win, forget. Come 2021, come to Northern Province, come to Wapula, come to Muchinga, come to Eastern Province, come to Lusaka.
Well, we will one day have a Tonga president, but certainly not the current aspirant. Not the current aspirant, because
Sambo chanoa, waba muwato wanoa, nokubamba na tubomba sofa, tatua kaleke sori. Muchambo chanoa, waba muwato wanoa, nokubamba na tubomba sofa, tatua kaleke sori.
Alewele la pu, na futi, alewele la pu, 2021, alewele la pu, alewele la pu, alewele la pu.
Va President va Freedom Member va Bwera.
Vote for Socialist Party for justice, equity and peace. Amaka Kubantu. Viva! Zambia yonse kwa ila kwevo ture fire bamembe. Zambia yonse kwa ila kwevo ture fire bamembe.
Welcome back. Now, Zambia's leading opposition party says that its leaders is being denied access to some parts of the country. Now, this follows the deployment of the army to curb violence ahead of next week's elections.
Within the law, as long as we are within the law, yes, as long as we are within the law, no one.
We understand your situation. What you need to know is that we understand the pressure. It's coming from there. Okay. We know. So let's now wait and let them escort us. Not 2 vehicles, 3 vehicles. A number of vehicles. If you are able to throw tear gas like that and bombs, certainly you can protect us from those PF thugs. It's the thugs you are afraid of.
And people want to know, Kairi. Go, can you go? Go. Kulungu, no. We want peace in this country. Change. Can you go now? Move. Can you go? Can you go, please? Go. Live in peace. Kulungu residents, UPND members demanded the chopper to live in Kulungu district now. And like that, go in peace. Go in peace. This is in Kulungu. Go.
vaisa. Ero Hakainde is a very dull politician. Very dull politician. Very dull politician. Elo ine ganari ne member waba UPND. Lelo Hakainde techa be president. Ine ganari mufunyapo. Because I can't manage to be led by Hakainde Hichilema because he's very dull politically.
I beat HH with 28,000, 30,000 votes thereabouts. I don't know the figure now, I've forgotten. 2016, I beat him with 100,000 plus. And in 2021, I believe I'll beat him with 500,000. And now you're talking to me.
I am of the view that a politician who tries to block others from expressing their political views and also their democratic rights is a small-minded, frightened politician who has no ideas to give to the Zambian people and probably has no program. So he protects his ignorance and his smallness by stopping others from participating. The best way to govern a country is to let the people be innovative.
You cannot say I'm here to stop HH from coming here. HH can go to Lusaka. I've left Lusaka. HH can go to Shorezi. He can go to Lusaka. But the rules of the game now demand that where the president is, power security. And this has been enhanced because that behavior actually, Kumongu, Yakuchimfia, Ngani Kubiga is found. So you see, my patience should not be taken for weakness.
In Chingola, situation is too bad. It's not good. Abana bakopala stone deal from a pit. Ela basika nomba tiprokurore ba police. Lero nikafuafa lelo. Fyonza beve mwana mfa mchingola nisha hivyo fini. Na batu prokira president wetu abana kopala na swag. From Malemba Mukuba pit. Abana stone deal alive what my saying. Epa brokere bakateka abantu kya mutamu. Abantu bafika nomba mwe bantu imwe. Unomukuta kura tyo bachingola bamwenso. Tambeni mwe. PF tamba iwe. Fiapena nomba pano fiapena mwe bantu fiapena. 2246 seconds job to the underground mobilization to campaign. We are facing about police number.
In other news, the Zambia Police Service has been ranked as one of the worst performing police in the world.
Because the president went to a market, I'll also go to the market. We are going to smoke you with tear smoke, or we are going to arrest you. And don't say, why didn't you arrest the Republican president? He is not subject to the provisions of the Public Order Act. We are enforcing the laws which were given to us by you, the people of Zambia.
This desire to sell the country's minds back to those people by HH will not be tolerated. It simply means that when I come back after election on the 12th, and it is showing clearly that you too are determined to sell this country.
We want another Mwanawasa back into our country, and that Mwanawasa can only be Hakainde Hichilema. Wakaso is the person that we want. Wakaso, Anifi, Wakaso, or to the four. Because there's no way a hard-working Zambian will be using a bus to go for work, while a cadre is using a 4x4.
I am hopeful and prayerful that I will be the winner, so that I hand over the issuance of power to myself.
Akainde ichirema indalama shako shira nunka. That's why ashibikira okutali. Alishiba shira nunka indalama shakwe. Okwafunya alishiba. Katashale nunka katwalimona kwa makampanizi HH company. Na abantu baleyingira kwa machito. Lelo alishiba indalama shandishira nunka. If you ashibikira okutali. My friend Akainde ichirema. Kabiye kadienda la mashobe kulia kwine wabi.
Ala ingisha senchi tobeka beka. Nga mwachita apply bayalolesha mulenga bwalya chifunyeni pwapa. Chishimba mutale chifunyeni pwapa. Morini mwana wasa mfunyeni po yu wakuilamba. Takoma funyeni po waku North Western. Nga baisa mona hagahige igohoho. Mwingisha ninchito. Mukaya kwi. Elo mukalerila iyo bale ni misoka ine nali abaparama nali beshibeso.
You turn out to vote in large numbers on the 12th of August. Say by 16th of August we are sworn in at 10 hours. Mlekutika? Very good. 10 hours we are sworn in. By 14 hours the Kwacha will appreciate against the dollar. By 14 hours.
It's happening here, guys. It's happening now. They are running, guys. Soldiers, they are here. Soldiers, they are here. Soldiers, they are here. Yo. Things are becoming harder, guys. Soldiers are here. We are running. We are running, guys. It's spooky. It's spooky. Soldiers are here. Woo! Soldiers are here. I'm running, guys. We are going home. Your soldiers are here. Say, huh? Yo, bro. Ella, man. Yo, guys. Things are hard here, guys. We are running. We are running.
Well, the country's motto is One Zambia, One Nation, reflecting the ideal of unity that allowed it to become a model of political stability in Africa for decades. But that unity is very much under threat, as is Zambia's democratic legacy, as the country heads into a critical election next week. Supporters of rival political parties have clashed in the capital as well as several provinces, and police say two backers of the ruling Patriotic Front were hacked to death by machetes on Friday. Well, President Edgar Lungu has deployed the military, saying troops are necessary to quell the violence. But critics say the extreme measure isn't justified, calling it an act of desperation to intimidate voters amid a strong challenge to the president's rule.
Zambians seem not to be taking things for granted or leaving anything to chance ahead of Thursday's by-election. In Sesheke district of Western Province, an unidentified Patriotic Front PF cadre was intercepted by UPND supporters following some suspicious cargo he was carrying. The man, who had 2 to 3 boxes loaded with his cell phones, was coming from Lusaka using public transport before he was met by another group driving a beige Land Cruiser belonging to Noam Tale, who is PF Western Province chairman.
aware ba UPND akachero natwika te imotoka yachikwata mabaroti ayachongwa fe bweno so aware
tuvungambika mabaroti ifunika kuti khanyiwa tuone kulinga.
Okay, so this is Karulushi. This is a London polling station, Munomulu Koshwan. You know, this is a PF house. The owner of this house is PF. The owner of this house is PF. Now, come here. How do you take a polling station, Nokuivika, Pangandaya Muntu, who's a PF non-chairman? Mwabika polling station Pangandaya Kwe. Do il parapeni ya munganda straight to polling station. Wow, polling station ya karia ya beroko every year. Polling station ibera padi. Why today babula polling station wabika panganda yaka PF chairman? Munganda if just right by the doorstep. But PF stop this rubbish. Edgar Lungu, stop it with your people. Kampamba Mulenga, I'm coming to find you right now. This is rubbish.
Kainde serious.
Look, this is a person who has no respect for authority. This is a person who has been calling soldiers, who has been calling police officers as cadres. This is a person who has been calling justices of the judicial system as cadres. This is a person who has been calling people of the clergy, people of the collar as cadres. This is a person who has been calling chiefs who don't support him as cadres. He has no respect for anyone. He has no respect for people. He has no respect for institutions of government. He has no respect for the president. This is a person who was trying to do sports with the president in a motorcade. If he tried that with Kagame, he could have been shot in the head.
The United States is a friend of democracy in Zambia and around the world. As we've said many times, we do not take sides in Zambia's elections. We do not take sides. We never have and we never will. We have friends on all sides. We support a free, fair, transparent, and peaceful democratic process.
I did not go to school that I vote individuals because they come from my ethnic group. Tell me their agenda on health, their agenda on agriculture, so that if I vote for them, it should just be coincidental that we come from the same ethnic extraction. You have been given an opportunity to elect. You elect a hyena to take care of goats, and then when the goats have been eaten, you wonder why.
Fellow citizens, 12 August 2021 is a very important day in our history. It's a day when we decide whether we will continue with the poverty, the unemployment, the hunger, or we decide to change for better. This is what 12 August is all about. Go out to vote and vote in large numbers. The rest, leave it to Barry and team. Barry will fix it. We love you.
Once I was voting out. Nice.
Hello everybody, my name is Maria Rena. I'm the Chief Observer for the European Union Observation Mission here in your country.
Zambians are waiting to see what happens after this vote. What should never happen is that their votes must not be stolen. They want to make sure the Zambians are doing their part. We expect ECZ to do its part. As presidential candidates, we have done our part by making sure we participate in the democratic process. But we now want ECZ to give us the truth about the answer of this election.
This is Kanyama. As you can see, this is Kanyama. They want change. They want change. This is Kanyama Washuka polling station.
Allow me just to indicate the timelines and remind all of us what we had scheduled for ourselves, that we'll be able to announce the last results within the 72-hour window.
On the TS unit, 50, Hamdudu Haivi.
Hamdudu Haivi.
Hamdudu Haivi. Hamdudu Haivi.
Hamdudu Haivi.
Hereby declare that I have
in accordance with the law, has taken the result of the poll in the state constituency, and that has been given to the following. Kasuba Roy, UNIP, 145. Kangwa Peter, Socialist Party, 260. Kabwe Patrick, M, PNUP, 279. Domingo Gary S.
Local government results for State House Community Hall 2.
For them. PF is gone. Nothing is going to rescind the decision of Zambians. Zambians have decided, and today I'm announcing that UPND has won. If it is that you can keep your results, we have ours. Thank you so much.
You just changed numbers here.
Yeah, these are changing numbers.
Yes. He's changing numbers up.
What is he doing? What is he doing here?
Onan, check here. Check here. You've just changed. It's yours.
Guess the number. They have told me.
Akibama polling agent, polling agent this time. Hey, polling agent this time, wait your Iwe. Akama polling agent. Hey, idiot huyu.
I want to know, what are your names? Okay, what are you doing here? In what capacity are you? Give us the ID, give us your names. What are you doing here? Huh? What are your names? What is your name? What is your name? Give us your ID and what are you doing here?
Oh yeah, my name is Ivan Sateve.
Ivan Sateve, where's your ID?
My ID, I'm a polling assistant.
Polling assistant, yes. Where's your ID? Huh? You see? Is that correct? Is that correct? No. There's something fishy here. Isn't it? So, let's check. What is this man? Can you provide your ID?
Nick, don't touch him. Don't. Let him do it himself.
Okay, can you take off? Take off that. Take off the light. Right now. Just take it off now. Yes, that's it. Take it off.
Don't touch him.
Take it off. Can you press the camera?
Yeah, you press the camera. Take it down.
This is the evidence we want to show. Can you put this down? Put it down. Put it down. Can you put it down? Put it down. What are you doing? You are here. Are you an official? No. Are you an official?
Yes, I'm supposed to.
Where is your ID?
Now the mistake I made.
Where is your ID?
Where is your ID?
No.
Do you know?
No, we can't allow this.
I've removed the culprit. They have removed the culprit. Oh, so wanavotela tuka tuone ni mama vite niko na hapa tu. Ya president.
Excuse me. Proceed, and if there's anything.
Excuse me, sir. Can we wait and raise those objections later?
Excuse me. No. Let's. With your permission, let's be orderly. With your permission, I'm seeking the floor to raise a matter that needs your attention. And once you answer, then we can proceed. I need your permission to raise our concern, and then we can proceed. It will take a minute or even less.
Thank you. We'll hand over to the Chief Electoral Officer.
Munali constituency, Lusaka district, Lusaka province. Lungu Edgar, PF 47,039, 47,039. Ichile Mahakainde, UPND 54,002, 54,002.
Speaking, the polling agents, our polling agents in Southern Province, Western and Northwestern Province, you are very much aware. We brought this matter to your attention on the same day of voting. They were chased in the polling stations, and some were abducted. And you are very much aware that our provincial chairman was killed at a polling station. And Honorable Chair, we are talking about legitimacy of the elections in those three provinces. We don't have access to G20 forms because our people were not in the polling station.
Mule kwa tensoni wa mwila. We mwele wabula nensoni. We kwa tensoni. That's why I've told the PF, this chap mwila is the wrong chap to be Secretary General. Because chikopo takwatamano. Tawakwatana bakashi because akwata bakashiba mano kuti bakwe bakwati. Ifimule chitati na fya upuga. Nomba mwebambi na bakashi benu bene. It's questionable.
Good morning. I'm David Young of the U.S. Embassy. We have heard reports of the acts of violence that have happened very tragically around the country. And I want to express on behalf of the U.S. Embassy our profound condolences and sorrow at the loss of life that has been suffered. Mr. Kungo's death in Solwezi is a terrible tragedy, and the people who did that terrible crime need to be brought to justice.
This is supposed to be a transparent process. And ECZ should have been standing right next to me here, because this is their office, to be able to say, you colleagues, you stakeholders are wrong. This is where you are wrong, we are right, and this is how it ought to be. And then we all sign off, because once this is announced, we will not go back to it. It becomes official.
Chief Electoral Officer, the results that have been given for FERA are different from what our people on the ground are telling us. And these results have not been followed by the record of proceeding. They have not been followed by Gen 20B. and we have not sat to approve or to verify these results so that we agree that these results are correct. We are still that side. We are only being told that the results are being announced here. We are objecting to this result for failure because it's different from exactly what we are being told by people on the ground, and it has not been supported by the record of proceedings and the Gen 20P.
Announced by this is it. No man for the phone for the food. This is the in time.
As patriots for economic progress, we have noted the results that have so far come through from various polling stations across the country, and the information that our poll agents have provided us. And on that basis, we wish to inform the nation that we would like to concede defeat in this particular election.
Reaching us, and our assessment from the trajectory from those polling stations is that our colleagues, the United Party for National Development, are headed for a very big win.
This election defeat hurts. However, don't forget that defeat is not bitter unless you swallow it. We congratulate Mr. Hichilema Hakainde and the UPNB over the outstanding electoral performance.
UPNB. 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 UPNB.
Kamu sikeri. Kamu sikarungi.
Now, therefore, I, Honorable Mr. Justice Iso Elliot Chulu, being the returning officer for the election to the office of President, do hereby declare that I have, in accordance with the law, ascertained the results of such election and the valid votes were given to Lungu Edgar C. PF 1,814,201 1,814,201. Hichilema Hakainde S 2,810,757 2,810,757. I therefore declare the said Hichilema Hakainde S to be President-elect of the Republic of Zambia this 16th day of August 2021.
There were words that Zambian opposition leader Hakainde Hichilema has waited years to hear.
I therefore declare the said Hichilema Hakainde S to be President-elect of the Republic of Zambia.
His defeat of incumbent President Edgar Lungu came on Hakainde's sixth try for the top office, and his supporters are ecstatic. Their candidate won an outright majority, more than 50% of the vote, which means there will be no runoff. But now the daunting task of turning around the economy begins.
This country has got a lot of challenges. The challenges which the Zambian people, in their collective wisdom, have decided to lump on the shoulders of this one man. But we must be quick to say that this one man is equal to the task.
Zambia owes more than $12 billion to external companies and lenders. The majority of registered voters were young people, and they turned out on election day.
In some areas, the turnout was even as high as 90%. And this is really a cry out by the people of Zambia that they want to be noticed. They don't want to be sidelined by any government.
President Lungu said the election was not free and fair after incidents of violence against ruling Patriotic Front Party agents in 3 provinces. Hichilema supporters reject that. They want the president-elect sworn into office as soon as possible.
No, we wanted change. What are we talking about? Yeah, this is what we wanted. We wanted change. Yes, we wanted change. And it has happened to us now. No. PF, we had to Garungu, we have destroyed everything.
I stand Kazumba. I and my friends made this cake for Hakainde Hichilema. For congratulations.
Tukawina futhi. Sorry.
Amududu? Amududu? Wina amududu muno? Amududu!
Vachitweva uluchelo kumazilo 1. Na vakateka vesu, vakateka venu, vakateka vachinotsalo, va President Edgar Lungu, enchita vachishivilapo. Ine kulingana ngomu bomfi wenu, wa kuno kukabushina tilinga nokuba pali ino entende ilyayi nenshita fyachititike pintu nomba kwachibo mulimo na umbi wakakata twachila bombelapo kulusakana bakateka elo bachinje bokwe batinga twapwafye wambepo ukuya kundola so inafondishile mukuti
politics oko yaba yali bako debt yali lamba umuntu kutali klanga ayibona kashkunma alibaitina.
They ransacked everything in their way, grabbing anything they could lay their hands on, and this is what has been left of most shops at the Edgar Chagwa Lungu shopping mall in Kitwe, as thousands marched through the streets of Kitwe in the early hours of the morning to celebrate the election of Hakainde Hichilema as Zambia's 7th Republican president. Some unknown people took advantage of the merrymaking to loot.
Very sad. The shop has been looted. All the fridges, the beers, the spare parts, gone. The fridges have been taken, everything.
President-elect Hakainde Hichilema has assured Zambians that the civil service will be independent and professional once he is sworn in.
Thank you for being with us, joining us in the next few minutes. My fellow citizens, citizens of Zambia, it is with great honor, humility, gratitude that I stand before you today to say change is here.
President-elect Hakainde Hichilema pledges restoration of the rule of law. ECL concedes defeat, congratulates President-elect HH.
Sponsor says the removal of cadres will boost revenue collection for the local authority, as well as create a conducive environment for the travelers and the traders as well. He expressed gratitude to the new government, has shown commitment to ensure that bus stations and markets are run professionally.
Just to demonstrate that we've taken over the running of intercity bus station, but of course this will be escalated to the markets as well. Intercity, Soweto, all those markets where we are the cadres.
Zambia today and give confidence to the Zambian youth, give confidence to the people of Zambia, give confidence to the marketeers. From today going forward, there shall be no card that will be collecting money in the stations. Can we protect and respect police, not the way they were being mistreated like children, not the way they are being mistreated like useless people. Police are a very important component of every community.
Bakuka bene bamunzi uyu so tifuna kungena motisakira penti pano tipentepo bakuka bene bake bazikukisa so tinabauza kuti pano nipakatuba osati pentera mapenti kuno simana ali kumvera manje bene bake bakuka, and therefore now we have come as the owners of Katuba kuti tibwere tipente timange munzi pano. shuwa anabwera iligo tinabauza ise tini mukatuwa muno maye batawa usiku baenda wamena bapise sitina bapisha koma batawa enwe baende bwino.
Honestly, this method is saying that you bakateka tera kapite. You know about to tera sana hapa. Tatulera ndesho iwe.
Basi ndio polisi. Yeah, na pa Facebook ni post.
Analia kweli. Hizo risasi zinasikika. Ni Zambia moja hii. Zambia moja. Zambia moja. Zambia moja. Zambia moja. Zinalia kweli.
Mama shini mware sende ya idurisha mware shita vyo reprinte cha UPND mwauma okay mama shini zamene mwezopereka kuti
tundu inatenga konkuru olumwende munyumba mwanga
no nikamba group yanu ngatenga machines mu printers mwezopereka kuti
Mike boss ngenzi
so Mike wa in charge
ngenzi in charge
so that's what we want Mike tiwa town center amene zampeza Sparks na kukapanganda we go into there imvera nane mukazi wanga ina mimba nani ganizirako Major mwezo zipe imwe wa major wanzangu ni commander not knowing that you should not be terrorizing Zambians no Major tifuna umfa kuno white alifa kana yena prefer Mike na Sparks so whether it will take 10 years tuzaba pesa and I'm not resting until every one of you are behind the bars. You used to terrorize the whole town. Mwana kashina fara kuvecha red mwauma mwapaka fyonzi. So you thought Lungu would be there forever. Mwana mwana Lungu akakwekera po. This should be a lesson also to UPND members. What I'm doing should be a lesson to UPND. Mweza mafia mtawani mwachi. I used to warn you. This should be a lesson to all UPND members. Should have folk mwana wa UPND that terrorize umuntu because they'll end up like you. But Mike white Sparks mpakamba sana turotuba icho twina Sunday twapusuka but you the marine leaders won't mpaka tulipesa forget about uzauza wa polisi mushemushe na uzauza koti mushemushe but wonse muzagwiriwa whether Mike aende kumunzi white aende kumunzi tampesa so I have information ukuli Sparks have information the shop ni yazo tibwereza sinne upempa kuli boma mwitumile lungu kaira kutandiza tumina lungu awekere pa kwafu ngakamba pantu kamba na nare katwali ocha city market kamba re ikatwa Francis muchima wale katwa bali pa sana komando bali pa bantu bale ikatwa we are looking for them na mwana ko minemo see how we are civilized, very civilized. We are not like you, we are very civilized. Frefa fero ibombe but as a person, but us, we shall not forgive you as Zambians. Kampio ngopali gassing na turei katampa kafe na fema Zambians bakampuka ki. Ba meja. Mwali ba starting mwapola shani. Iwenga ndande fishi mbela lesha kuli pa town center. But waisa mulefo kunjipa. So bonse muleka kwa. Filala ndafira mwamuka kile fya personal but ifwe. For mwane gassing na maseti murefu na ukisa mtu paka ife prechula president wenu ale tushufa
help you. Political power is very short. If kaunda baletila kumulesa banshi kaunda aya mugabi aya nda imwe balungu makashu 2021 chawama.
Countrymen, women and the youth, 6 years ago you entrusted me to lead you on a journey to build our country, Zambia, after the death of His Excellency President Michael Chilufya-Sata. This show of trust that I lead you in January 2015 was unexpected, and I accepted it with humility and gratitude. In 2016, you, the Zambian people decided yet again to give me a fresh mandate for another 5 years. I received that show of support with great honor. I want to thank you, Zambian people, for giving me a great opportunity to be your president. I will forever cherish and appreciate that authority you vested in me.
A new government is set to take the reins following the August 12th general election that saw the triumph of the UPND, led by President-elect Hakainde Hichilema. His party defeated the Patriotic Front, which ruled for 10 years. Soon after the inauguration on Tuesday next week, the president-elect is expected to announce his cabinet to start running government affairs. ZNBC ventured out within Lusaka to sample expectations from the masses.
The nation of Zambia never fails to fascinate. Early this week, Zambians voted out a sitting president.
They have a request for the...
With a smile.
Yes, you use that.
That one is better.
I'm not going to fold your fist.
No.
Can I say thank you to my brothers, the other 4 presidents, for taking time to come here and for giving my wife and myself and the rest of my family the honor of receiving them at this particular time. I'm sure you will agree that we don't need to make a speech about what we discussed.
No.
The atmosphere that you see, the atmosphere that you see speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And I think that is better than if we write something and this and that, because that can be discarded. But it is, you can see for yourselves. And thanks that this honor has been given to us to receive you in our home. I hope it continues. We'll be seeing you more.
Welcome to the celebration, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome, boys and girls. Celebration ya Welcome to the celebration, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome, boys and girls. Celebration ya
Now, therefore, the Honorable Acting Chief Justice of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Justice Michael Msonda, State Counsel, invites the President-elect, Mr. Hakainde Sami Hichilema, to step forward and take his oath of office before the Honorable Acting Chief Justice. The President-elect, sir.
I, Hakainde Hichilema, having been constitutionally elected to the office of the President of the Republic of Zambia, do swear that I will faithfully and diligently discharge my duties and perform the functions in this high office, that I will uphold and maintain the Constitution and the laws of Zambia, and that I will dedicate my abilities to the service and welfare of the people of Zambia without fear, favor, or ill will.
So help me God.